Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Chamber TV, Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce edition. And I tell you what, Annette did a great job. Susan did a great job. Now, we're on location today at the New U Dental. I've got Ewa Zabatani, right?
Correct.
And you are the one of the owners of this great estate. I have to say, I'm honest, right? When I walked in, my heartbeat started going and my blood pressure went up. I got all white and clammy and I'm like, I'm in a dental office. But it's very relaxing when you first come in here. Let's talk about the New U Dental.
Yes, it's relaxing. Actually, the New U Dental was designed for a patient and with that in mind, so it's a relaxing area. I know a lot of offices we go and right away we smell that dentistry,
Yes.
we smell that office, but what's happened here, we want to create like a spa atmosphere.
Okay.
So the chairs, what we offer here, they have massage to relax the patients. We have the spa music. We have from the front to the back, everybody nice, friendly. We try our best to make everybody feel comfortable, like in the house.
Right.
So it's no pressure here. We don't use the method, I'm sorry, to scare people. We try to make everybody comfortable. We are a group of the doctors up here with a lot of years of experience. So right now, my role is mostly to run the office, and I have my partners what's taking care of the patients.
Right.
So it's very good understanding here what's the patient need, because after the exams and everything, we with each one we spend time separate. We talk over the treatment, how much will be. And of course, for them to understand what needs to be done in the mouth to make them healthy. Okay. That is the key. And everything else, if some patient wants something more, we offer that. But the key is for them to understand to be at first healthy mouth, healthy lifestyle, so everything comes together. That's
it really is. The mouth is really, there's more, it's connected more than people really have said in the past. I don't understand why insurance doesn't say this is part of the health program, because a healthy mouth is a healthy body.
You know, about the insurance, it's a good point actually you make, because a lot of people don't understand. They say, oh, do what's insurance cover, right? That is the yes. If we can only do what's insurance cover, that is not, how I will say, it's not right to do for people coming to the office, because obviously insurance is not for people, it's for themselves, and that is the truth. You know, we are actually a lot of times, and mostly 99% fight with mostly insurances to even cover simple stuff for the patients.
Crazy.
We oriented more what the patient needs, and we on the front let them know, and this is actually the choice if they want to get to the point to be healthy and to understand. As soon as they fix everything in the mouth, they just need to do little maintenance. Maintenance is very easy. Then you know that hygienist or the doctor, if you see the dentist regularly, you usually don't have problems with the mouth.
Now, what services do you offer here?
We offer implants. We install implants. We do restoration for implants. We do Invisaligns. We do crowns, bridges, dentures, partials, everything what you need to be in complete health.
Including, I mean, just the cleanings and...
Of course, we do cleanings. We actually also do Botox.
Really?
Yes,
I don't know if you could fix any of this with that, but
you know, mostly sometimes medically, just because of the pain in the jaws, and I think that usually dentists have more knowledge of nerves in the facial than any doctors, because that's what we usually study the most. So I think that is great combination. and think if patient comes and have already cosmetically beauty smile, because we have many of them too.
Right.
They also sometimes like to have a Botox to be complete look.
Okay.
So it's available to everybody coming to this office.
That is, so, I mean, what got you into dentistry? I always wonder where's that mindset of the person goes, I want to be a dentist and put my hands in people's mouths.
You know what? That is a very funny story, because that was accident how I get to the dental field. I born originally in Poland.
No.
Yes.
I couldn't tell.
Of course. And I studied chemistry there.
Oh, okay.
And as young girl, I came to my father to New York, and I was very young, didn't speak English, and I get myself in the position to being kind of not sponsored by nobody, and just wandering in New York City. And somehow, you know, I was studying in Cuba, actually, my doctorate.
Okay.
Yes, and I have diploma from Cuba. I graduated 95. But you know what? I never have opportunity to right away bring my diploma to the States.
Okay.
So I also decided to go to dental school and do as dentistry as dental assistant too, and have experience on the another side of that side of the room. So then understanding every politics, every dentist, how they run the offices. And this give me the experience when I opened that office with my partners,
Okay.
to how I like to run the office.
Okay.
And with multiple partners, very skilled dentist, what I have here with me, what
Right.
they're actually practicing, because like I said, I just run that office. We are making a family, and everybody who is in my office with me and my partners, my manager, what is on the front desk, they are very skilled. So when the patient comes here, it's very easy for them to understand the treatment.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people when come, everybody have different personalities.
Right.
Okay, so some patient can come along with me, and some patient can come along with manager. Her
Right.
name is Pam, or Dr. Karina, or Dr. Marian. And I really like when we actually say names, not less names, to make people comfortable
Right.
when they come here, so they not feel so scared. That is great.
You've done, this is absolutely phenomenal. I walked in, well, we had to turn it down for the interview, but the Zen type music, it kind of just brings you down, really calm and cool, collective. And the layout is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you've done I would have never thought this was a dental office when I first walked in. I'm like, okay. Other than the torture chairs. No, I'm just kidding. The dentist chairs that are in the room. You won't know. It's very calming, very relaxing, and we've only got a couple of minutes left, but you're also an entrepreneur of your own. You've got something sitting in front of us that is your product.
Yes, and that is, I'm just starting in Poland. This is vodka I produce, and this is actually the product what is inside is my recipe.
Nice.
And it's coming from Poland, Turin, and what is in mix is something very special. It's very big, nice quality, and what I like to do actually, I like to not just to promote the vodka, because it's not about drinking a lot, it's about tasting something. And what I like to do, I want to express to everybody, even if you come in from different country, and you don't have opportunity like people was born here, like my children, what is much easy for them, because obviously they have everything.
Right.
Like I said, when I come to this country, I have 99 cents in my pocket.
Oof.
Yes, and was a lot struggling, but learning. And I came to understanding everything is possible in life. So, of course, I have a lot of cries and bad days and everything, but this passed. And what I like to do, I want to bring the culture from where I'm born. I don't know this country so much how to live there.
Right.
And I'm visiting actually for first time from 30 some years this year. and want to bring this product, want to bring this product to USA to just to say, anybody in the world can follow the dream and be successful, not just in one field, whatever they like. Yes, more you fail, more hard is it, much better result is it if you grow, get up and continue. When you just focus on the goal, that's when you're gonna be successful. Don't focus on the people around you that want to do bad things. Put them on the side. Don't lose your time for it. Just focus for that, what's in front of you.
Awesome. Thank you for being on. Hey, stick around. We got more coming up. Great. I think we need some jams and jellies and stuff like that coming. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, everybody, welcome back. You know what? I keep thinking that Safety Harbor did a great job. Now, we've got Lisa Klatt.
Correct.
And you're the North Pinellas Women's Club.
Correct.
Now, you got two things going on here. Let's talk about what the Women's Club does first, and then we'll talk about what you got going on.
Absolutely. So GFWC, North Pinellas Women's Club, is a group of women 190 plus strong. And we do all philanthropic work for the Pinellas County area, usually mostly Upper Pinellas. We do grants, scholarships. We support community-based organizations that need volunteers. We support different organizations that need to raise funds, and that's where the dollars that we earn through our fundraising events go to support.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
And you guys are always busy, aren't you?
We're extremely busy, but that's good. Busy's good. Giving back to the community is what it's all about.
Yeah. And now let's talk about your event. You got a big event coming up, right?
We have a huge event. It's the second of our 2 annual fundraisers, and it's called Christmas Under the Oaks. We are in our 46th year of putting on this event. So we've been around for a long time. And it's at the St. Petersburg College campus on Drew Street, and it'll be held on November the 13th. It's a Sunday. It's a one-day event, and it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll have over 150 exhibitors, as well as some food vendors that will also be there. So we encourage people to come out, to be able to enjoy a beautiful atmosphere under the trees, and do your Christmas shopping early. Lots of artisans, lots of homemade items. As a matter of fact, one of the other organizations that's here today is actually one of our exhibitors.
Oh, let me guess.
Jams and jellies, yes. And they've been an exhibitor now this is their second year. So we're excited to have repeat vendors back.
Right. Now, that was my question is so what all can I find at this event?
Oh my gosh, you can find jewelry, you can find artwork, you can find homemade foods. We have people that have very eclectic things, Christmas items, lots of Christmas items, handmade items, things that you would use around your home. It's just a plethora of materials and artisans.
Is it an all-day thing?
It's from 9 to 4.
9 to 4.
9 to 4. So it's hoping to be great weather. Come on out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
We usually get over 5,000 people that attend, so it's a huge, well-attended event.
So where does everybody park? Now, I know that campus, and parking is kind of awkward on there. Where do they park at?
They can park. There's the park off of Old Coachman.
Okay.
We have parking that's on the other side of Drew Street.
Okay.
And we will have volunteers that will be there that are going to point you to the different parking locations. Parking is free.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
And even better, there is no admission to this event. We don't charge anybody to attend. How we make our funds is the exhibitors pay for booth space. But what I would encourage people to do is one of our state projects this year is Camp Boggy Creek, and it's in Eustis, Florida. And Camp Boggy Creek is for children who have severe health issues, and they can't be kids. They're teased. People don't understand what they have. And so during the summer months, each week they do a different ailment. And this is free of charge to these children. They get to go, they get to swim, horseback ride, zip line, go in a pool, even if they're on ventilators. It allows them to be a child. And like I said, there's no cost for that. But it is $2,500 a camper to attend that event. So one of the things we'll have at Oaks is an area where those that are coming to attend, we're hoping they'll stop by and drop $1 or $2 in our box. Our goal is to send at least 1 or 2 campers to Camp Boggy Creek within this coming year. So we would hope the community would support that. And this camp was founded by H. Norman Schwarzkopf and Paul Newman. So it's a wonderful facility. They have a hospital on site. They have doctors that volunteer their time. So please come out, help us to help these kids.
So if I can't make the event, can I still help?
You absolutely can. You can go to our website, which has been included here, and let us know that you want to be a sponsor or a donor to Camp Boggy Creek, and we'll get in touch with you and be more than happy to take your money.
That is absolutely fun. So let's delve back into the GFWC.
Sure.
Tell me just how did this come about?
Actually, this was started, we will be in our 20th year in this location. We've sprouted off from a couple of other different clubs. And it was started by a woman called Jane Johnson Husser, and she's a retired teacher. And she is still an active member of our club, and she saw a need in the community. And she started talking to her friends, her fellow teachers, and it started out with 35 members. And as I said, we're over 190 now.
Wow.
And most of those people that started out as a charter member are still in the club because they believe in its philosophy and what we do.
You know, I've always said this. If you want to get something done, you get your wife, your mom, or your sister involved, and it'll get done. Guaranteed. And not only will it get done, it'll go above and beyond what dudes would do. We're like, that's good enough.
Well, I was looking for some volunteers the other day, and I find that the people that are the busiest are always the ones that are willing to step up and help. And they do it with an open heart. And that was one thing each year, our president, and I'm this year's current president, we do a theme, and mine is Together We Can, Giving from the Heart. And truly that is what this organization is all about. We have fellow members and sisters that are down in we're in District 14, District 12, who were severely impacted by Hurricane Ian.
Right.
And we have clubs over in Tampa that are loading up truckloads and sending stuff down there.
Nice.
So whenever there's a disaster or you need somebody to step in, GFWC is there. And GFWC stands for General Federation of Women's Clubs. Okay. And so then there are local clubs that are affiliated with the national organization.
So if there's ladies watching right now, can they just come and join?
Absolutely. We invite you to join. We have a membership application on our website. The cost to join in January will be $80. And you get several things with that, and then a renewal is $60. Right. But we would love for you to come and attend one of our meetings. See if it's for you. If you have an open, giving heart and you want to do something good for your community and feel good, and you choose, we have so many options. You choose what brings you passion. Because if you have passion, you are truly going to get engaged and involved in the community. And we're looking for you. And I think you'll find us a great group to be part of.
So I'm going to go even further. So I'm watching this from a different area. Is there another area? I mean, it sounds like to me you're everywhere.
We are everywhere. And we even have virtual clubs for people that aren't in a location that they couldn't get to a meeting. So they can attend, they can be able to give back to the community and then report that. So they are more than welcome. Reach out to me. My contact information is there.
Yes.
And you let us know where you're at, and we will get you in touch with the local GFWC club near you. And there are 13 of them right here in Pinellas County.
Wow.
Yes.
Just in Pinellas, there's 13.
Well, I'm sorry. That goes from Tarpon Springs down to Sarasota.
Okay.
So we have 13 clubs.
That's a big footprint.
It is
so
a huge
let's
footprint.
touch on the event one more time. When is it?
It is November 13th, Sunday at St. Pete College on Drew Street. And it'll be from 9 to 4. So
and what's it cost to get in?
It is no charge to get in.
No charge.
Free parking. But please stop by our booth for Camp Boggy Creek and make a donation. We'd really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
You're more than welcome.
Lisa,
Thanks for having
I really
us.
appreciate it. That's great information. And actually, we'll share this on Area 52 as well. That would just kind of help you get that out there as well. Stick around, because we got... See, I keep teasing with the jams and jellies. I may hold them till the very end, just in case. But it's really going to be a good show so far, right?
Absolutely.
So stick around. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you.
everybody? Welcome back to My Chamber TV. I'm sitting here with Nicole. And Nicole's like, oh, you're going to talk money and financial. It's going to be boring. Absolutely not. I'm
glad you think so.
I'm not smart enough on my own, right? That's why we hire professionals. There's things, look, I know my lane, right?
Yeah.
And when it comes to money, I'm the guilty pleasure guy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go buy that because I feel good right now about it.
Yeah.
And in about 6 months, I'm like, crap, why did I buy that? But you fixed that. You're with Northwest Mutual, correct?
Correct, yes.
And now you're the Clearwater branch.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what because you're a little bit different than everybody else.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Okay.
So we offer comprehensive financial planning, which basically what that means is that we address the entire gamut of things that would be relevant to someone's financial life, whether that be managing risk, which unfortunately during COVID, we got to see what that looked like.
A lot of risk,
right? And then we can talk about the fun things. How do we build wealth? Like how do we get you to your goals? And goals, whether it's retirement planning, whether it's making sure you can be a continual season pass holder for all these Halloween Horror Nights, whatever it is.
Guilty pleasure.
Whatever it is that's your fancy, we want to make sure you achieve those things while you still get to spend life living today. Because let's be real, we still want to enjoy and have pleasures today. We don't want to feel like we're so burdened with saving that we can't enjoy some of the things that we currently like.
And that's typically what happens. People are like, they're so laser focused on, I can't do this because I want to be able to retire. Well, I want to retire, but I want to have a little fun right now.
While you're living, yeah.
Right.
Yes, because sometimes retirement, we may not be in as good of health, and that's what my clients tell me. And so we really try to devise a plan to get from point A to point B as efficiently as possible, which means we get to have more dollars today.
Right.
But we also just want to acknowledge that there are things you want to spend money on now, and so we don't want you to not be able to do that. But we are able to provide peace of mind, knowing that if you put some money aside, that you're going to be able to accomplish all the things, both now and later.
I wish I'd have known. I've had the pleasure of working and interviewing a lot of people in your world, right? And I wish I would have really known when I was younger that I could have put just a little bit of money away, just a little bit of every check, just a little bit of money away, and retired a millionaire.
Yeah. So I have 5 daughters.
Oh my God.
Yes, pray for me.
You have a lot of guns.
But if I can teach them,
and you have money.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
Because I have a
the
plan.
5 daughters is still right there. Going, I got 3 kids, and I'm like, they're boys. I already know what that's like. I couldn't imagine having daughters.
We have a savings account for weddings. We have a savings account for colleges. We have everything.
Wow.
But I will say, if you start younger, like to your point, right? If all of my daughters start when they're even in college, just think of how little they would have to save over a longer period of time, and so it feels less cumbersome, right?
Yes.
If we could teach people to just start earlier with small amounts, that would be a win-win for everyone too. Yeah. So I will say I get really excited because I partner a lot with some of our local universities and trying to help some of the younger generation realize that.
Teach them what they didn't get taught in school.
Absolutely. But you're so true. Save a little bit when you're earlier. You don't have to save as much later on in life.
Okay, so if I want to come to you and say, okay, Nicole, I want to retire. I'm 56. Do I have a chance?
We could tell you.
See,
you may not be the answer you want to hear, but we could tell you what you need to hear, and then we can figure out a pathway forward too. Absolutely. And that's really what we do. My favorite part of being introduced to potentially a new client is getting to hear their story. So what some of their goals are, some of their hopes, their dreams are, what planning, if any, that they have done thus far. And then we lay out a roadmap, and it's a really simple roadmap of steps along the way that they need to take to get from point A to point B. And it's not all accomplished in one fell swoop, because let's be real, unless you're Elon Musk or Bill Gates, we're not going to make that all happen in one fell swoop. But the idea is you have this long-lasting relationship with your advisor that they check in with you every 6 months to make sure that we're taking that next step. And they're a little bit hand-holding because, let's be real, saving money is hard. There are competing demands of our dollars, right? Amazon makes it really easy to get all the fun things in life now.
Yeah, way too easy.
Way too easy.
Right.
So we help keep you accountable to those things that are really meaningful to you by checking in with you along the way.
And that's it. It's that accountability partner that really you do need, and someone to go, hey, I want to go do this. No, you really can't do that. You shouldn't do that. It's not you can't. It's you want to retire.
Or let's weigh the pros and cons. Let's look. If you chose to do this, how would this impact your plan? If you didn't choose this, what would that look like with your plan too? And then maybe meet in the middle somewhere too.
Right. So you sit down with them and go, okay, let's just say it's me, right?
Yeah.
You say, John, okay, well, this is what you make. This is what your expenses are, and there's a little bit of play money, but the rest is going to go retirement because it's a big deal, right?
Maybe it's retirement. Maybe
no, for me it's retirement. I want to drive an RV across the country, and that's all I ever want to do.
We probably have to purchase that RV. So
got
maybe
that already.
See,
we're ahead of the game.
Check.
Ahead of the game.
Check. But for most clients, retirement's part of our conversation. Some of it's business succession plans. I work with a lot of business owners, right? It can be college education planning. It could be weddings. It could be buying a vacation home. Whatever that goal is, yes, we can absolutely take a look at the discretionary dollars that you have after you've paid your expenses. Where should those go? Some to play now, some to maybe a short-term goal, middle-term goal, long-term goal.
Right.
And then we look at the tools, the financial tools available to us and figure out the efficiencies. Like how can we get there as quickly as possible based on taxes, based on the growth of the environment, the risk that you want to take.
Right.
So we help you figure that out.
And this is not a sprint. This is a marathon, right?
100%. Yes. Yeah, which is why I said, sometimes I'm the boring person. I have to tell you year over and over. But like when you think about it, like health, like, eating healthy, being active, that's not a sprint either. You can't just do it and hope that's going to sustain itself for the rest of life. You have to make that conscious choice every day.
Right.
And so you have to make that conscious choice every day.
You can't eat a salad this morning, do 2 push-ups and think, oh, look how svelte I'm looking. That doesn't work that way.
I mean, you couldn't just give me a salad ever and expect that that will be enough for me.
I really like her. I really do like her.
I don't think a salad's a meal. That doesn't count. That in my mind, it doesn't count.
And then having food right from this other one, it was like, oh my gosh,
I know.
Now I'm starving to death.
I'm
but I mean, financially, that they don't teach us the way. I mean, okay, so I'm old, right? And in school, they did teach us financial planning.
And they're starting to again.
Yeah,
which is gonna be awesome.
For those big gaps, people like yourself are really needed.
I 100% agree. And also a lot of the industry is aging out, meaning a lot of the financial advisors in the past are retiring. Right. So one of the things I do in my role now is I actually look for new talent too. So I look for people who want to be a financial advisor, and we'll provide the training and the education and the credentialing, which is really cool. So that's part of my role, is to help grow our current financial advisors so that we can have a larger impact on our community, because there is a need and it's not changing.
Nope.
And honestly, as things get more complex and taxes change and gift laws change, we're going to continue to be needed to help people mitigate some of those more governmental issue.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, and I hate to be the downer guy, but we are in a recession. Whether people like it or not, and whether the government says yes, we are not, we're in a recession. And I've heard so many people go, "Oh my gosh, I've lost $30,000 to $75,000 in my retirement in the last 6 months."
The market,
and I'm like, oh.
Yes. So here's the thing that financial advisors are great at, and we were talking about this a little earlier on. We are great at helping you stay the course and just managing some of those emotions. We can educate you about what it would look like over the entire history that the market has been in play. Right. That the market comes back if you leave the money where it is, but you also need to have a plan for these down market years. Right. And that's really where we can help. There's different tools that aren't attached to the market that will continue to growth. Mm-hmm. And as long as you have some money in some of those places, along with the market, you'll be fine during down market years. It's the ones that have all of their money attached to the market. This feels really painful right now.
Yeah, very.
Really.
So how do people find you?
Well, you can go to our website, and actually there's a bunch of amazing financial advisors locally, and you could find the right one for you, which should be based on personality, expertise. Most of our advisors specialize in different marketplaces. So if you own a business, you might talk to someone different than if you didn't. Okay. Or if you're in the medical field, you might talk to someone that doesn't specialize in that area. We have a great group of people.
So the website's the best way to get on with you. That's absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for being on it. I appreciate it. Stick around. We got more coming. We got some marketing guy coming on, and he's going to talk marketing. I'm just saying. Be right back after these messages. All right, I've been teasing you all day. I'm telling you right now. I finally got, so Dwight and Sharon.
Yes.
And you guys are from Barbara's Kitchens, Jams, and Salsas. Yeah. But there's so much more, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what you actually do.
Well, it actually falls under Dawes Distribution.
Okay.
So we actually have 2 lines. We have Barbara's Kitchen,
right,
which is the jams, jelly, salsas, chutneys, marmalades, and things like that.
Chow chow.
People been asking us, and we
asking us for that. I think
Leave
I'm
it to
going
me to throw something in
I'm
there.
actually researching how to make chow chow. We get so many requests
Yeah.
for that.
Chow's a big thing.
yeah,
right,
and it's a little
okay.
strange because people ask us all the time. My grandmother made a corn chow chow. And a lot of people know, I guess, a cabbage chow chow.
Yeah, there's a cabbage chow chow, there's
Right.
a corn chow chow, there's
Yes.
a pickle chow chow.
So
Sorry,
I think
I got
Sharon's
you
going
off
to
track.
but that's fine. Well, we were actually just in North Carolina, and in North Carolina, we were doing an event, and we had the smoky jalapeno tomato chutney. We sold so much of it because people say, "Oh my gosh, it reminds me of a chow chow."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
So that does really well. But we have that, and then we have the Dreaded Fisherman line, which is seasonings and honeys. So they're fermented and infused honeys, and organic, all-natural seasoning line too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you jumped in with both feet and ran with it.
We
Pretty
did.
much,
We
yeah.
That is
did.
awesome. Listen, so where do you sell most of your product at your store, or do you do events? Because I hear you guys have been traveling a lot.
We
Yeah.
do a lot of events. We do a lot of local markets here. There's over about 15 to 20 stores that carry our products.
Wow.
With
Florida.
In Florida. With Coastal Market being a huge support, Coastal Market 607 in Largo, being a huge supporter of our jams and our products, actually. They have a wide array of our products. And then we, like stated earlier, we have our own location in Largo as well. But the majority, we go around, the time we travel a lot.
Wow.
And go around and
do festivals, markets,
and
farmers
sell the
markets,
products.
and things along that nature.
So you're just North Carolina.
Yes, we're just in North
I mean,
Carolina.
when you're traveling that far to sell your product and people know your product, that means your product is good.
And that was a good
Thank
one.
you.
We
That was
went
a good
to
one.
we
Yes,
went to
it was.
St. Simon's Island. So we did a 2-day
yes.
event there.
Okay.
Art Under the Oaks. And then we went to the classic fair in North Carolina in Winston-Salem, where actually we did phenomenal there. We
did
actually sold
phenomenal.
out
We
a
sold
day
out
early.
a day early.
Yeah, it was
A
really
Isn't
day
nice.
that great,
early.
Dylan? You show up the next day going, we'll take pre-orders, but we just have nothing right now.
Exactly. That's exactly
Well, we actually
what
took the
we
next day.
did.
We said, let's enjoy the fair. So, so that's what we ended up doing. Yeah.
Now, okay, so are you making? So I asked this question to you earlier before the show started. So you have your own kitchen, and you said, yeah, you're actually moving into
Yeah.
A new
A
facility.
new facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, a new facility. So we're finalizing the design of the kitchen and everything now.
Nice.
So, and it's expanded. So it's going to be a larger
Right,
facility, which is really nice.
Because you have a lot of stuff.
And we have more coming.
Oh
We
my.
do.
We do.
So
We
can you talk
do.
about that? Can we?
Well, we're complimenting some of the stuff. Okay. We're going to start complimenting.
Okay, all right.
So right now we're doing, well, I guess we could, the biscuits.
We're working on a biscuit and cornbread mix.
Yes.
Oh my.
And it's a tea line, but the tea line would be small.
Okay.
Yes. Very.
That would be called Brie and Tiffany
Okay.
tea line, and then the biscuits and the
Cornbread.
will be Barbara's Kitchen.
Okay.
And then we're excited about doing salad toppers.
So we're doing the salad toppers thing.
Yeah.
Which we're not going to really go through that whole thing, but yeah, we're doing salad toppers.
Okay. So I
And then
have
we're-
to ask, this is my. Okay, what made the brain go? Oh, I'm gonna do jams and jellies and spices.
Well, that was her brain.
That was my brain. So I
Dragging you in with it.
exactly.
Down that rabbit hole, exactly.
You know, I would visit whenever we travel, I would always visit small little stores and get an array of jams and jellies and started eating them and just started falling in love with them. And then I actually went strawberry picking and had no clue what to do with the strawberries. So I said, I'm going to make jams.
Yes.
So the first time we had syrup for a while, but
Hey, you gotta start somewhere. That's what a biscuit's
It's a little
for.
learning curve.
Solid.
Exactly.
and then I perfected it and,
Okay.
and just practice and practice. And then Barbara is actually my mother. So I called my sister and I said, I am gonna do a jam and jelly line, and I said I have no clue what to name it, and she was like, name it after mommy. I said, you know what?
There you go.
That's it. a light bulb went off. You know, before I was just making for friends and family, and they were like, you should turn it into a business. I was like, no. But then I was like, you know what? I really love doing this. And then I dragged him into it.
So I was like, it's a sweet gig.
We both are very big foodies.
Passionate about food.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're super passionate about food, so it was easy to rope him in.
It's a passion, right?
Well, it is a passion, and it doesn't just sit here with the jams, jelly, salsas, and the honeys and stuff, because we do charcuterie classes. So we actually do intermediate charcuterie classes, and we teach people how to create these beautiful charcuterie boards, integrate the jams and jellies and honeys into those boards with meats and cheeses, you know, and now we also do like a private chef type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you know we cook a lot with the jams and the salsas and the infused honey and our seasoning line, but a lot of people do not know what to do with jams and besides putting it on toast, and putting it with cream
There's
cheese.
so
So
many
much you
ways.
can do with it. You can glaze, you know, your chicken, your salmon, your meats. And it's
amazing.
great.
I mean,
It's
we
amazing.
marinate with it.
You
You
can
know,
bake with
we
it.
That's what I
blend
use
it
it
into
for.
meatballs.
Yeah.
You know, we do a lot of different unique things. And what we like to do is we like to try to showcase unique foods and healthier foods, integrating it into there. So we'll do a lot of game hens. We'll do quails. You know, I fish a lot, so we'll do a lot of fish platters and different fish plates with it.
All
and
my
that's,
life growing up, when we had fish, we always had a jam.
Yeah,
There you
Always.
go.
I mean,
Yeah.
There
it's
you
just,
go.
that was just a part of, you know, when you sit down in restaurants and they don't give you a jam or a chutney to
Right.
go with it, I'm like going,
What
well,
happened?
what happened? You know,
Exactly.
Did you guys not go, did you think this all the way through?
Exactly.
You'll be amazed how many people go, oh, I don't know what do you do with jam? What
Oh,
is
they go,
that?
oh, we don't eat toast, or we don't, you know, we
Yeah,
don't
and
eat
it's like,
jam.
I don't eat
It's-
bread.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm like, it's not just for toast. It's
It's
so
everything.
much more
Right.
you can do with it.
I use jams and I use chutneys when I smoke.
All the time.
There you go.
Oh, that to
There
me
you
is
go.
like
The honey
that's
jam.
That's that last
last-
little bit of cook. You can put that. Oh my god.
Well, we just did it's a fall flavor. It's called Harvest Chai, and I did a Harvest Chai Peking roasted duck, and glazed the
That's
duck and
amazing.
roasted it with the Harvest
yeah.
Chai on there.
It was
And
amazing.
it comes out fantastic. We did fish. We'll catch the fish,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do a lot. She's Jamaican, so we'll do like escabeche fish, and that's one of the things that we're actually going to be adding probably to the Dreaded Fisherman line is an escabeche, which is like a, how would you kind of describe it?
It's a pickling of
There's
it's pickling
peppers and
of
onions and
peppers,
carrots
onions,
and
and
stuff like that.
carrots. So we're gonna, in addition to trying to work with the chow chow,
Right.
That will be.
That's the whole thing that's coming
I
into
actually
it.
bought a bottle of chow chow in North Carolina to
That we're gonna
pick it
dissect.
apart.
I'm going to see you guys on a road trip to a little place in Chattanooga, and you're going to eat your chow chow and go, because we buy that by the quarts.
Oh,
We do.
wow.
Yeah, when we come home.
But what we do with the fish is then we're putting the jam on the fish. We deep fry. These were like porgies. We deep fry the
Yep.
porgies.
Right.
We make a honey cornbread waffle, and put the jam on a honey cornbread waffle.
I'm just gonna come hang out. Where are you going afterwards? I'm hungry.
Which came out really nice. Yes.
So hey, thank you. We're out of time, but we're going to. Where can people find you in Largo?
Oh, we are
12
Go ahead.
508. But that was going to probably be, before we open that up to the public, it's probably going to be another 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months. So
keep checking back with me because I'm probably I will be buying some stuff, and then I will. This is where you got to go to get it because it's awesome. Thank you for being on today.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Good luck. I mean,
Thank
God bless
you
you.
so
It's gonna be
we've been
awesome.
blessed all
There you
so
go.
much already.
Yeah.
So stick around. We got more people coming. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey, welcome back. And you know what? We're going to talk some marketing. Okay, so Scott Long, right? And it is Quoz?
Quoz,
Creative,
yes.
Creative, correct?
Yep, correct.
And, okay, how'd you come up with the name Quoz?
It's a really funny story. So Quoz is actually a word that fell out of common usage in like somewhere in the mid 1800s. But back as recently as the late 1700s, it was a very popular way of describing someone who is someone or something that is ridiculous. And that's perfect. That's who I am. That's the kind of work I want to do. That's the kind of clients I want. The clients that are willing to like do stuff out of the box and very creative to kind of break through this immense noise that we have now that separates customers from
And it is a lot of noise.
companies, right? Exactly. So those are the kind of folks I'm looking to work with and just trying to do anything that's ridiculous.
Now, so you actually created yourself an app, if I'm correct.
I did, yes.
So what does the app help us do?
Yeah, so one of the things, I've lived here in Safety Harbor for 22 years, and one of the things I constantly hear is that you get information from lots of different places. So people want it all consolidated in one place. So that's where this whole thing started. Obviously, it's impossible to get everything in one place, but that's the goal.
Right.
And then we're in the era now where we've moved past newspapers and websites, and now we've moved into apps. That's what people use for all their stuff.
First thing someone asks me, you got an app?
Exactly. So being able to put the news and things to do and a guide in an app that people use was the goal, and it's worked out really well.
Right. Now, are you creating the apps for just you? Or are you creating apps for your clients?
This is the only app I've created so far. Now that I've experienced it, I do have that capability to do for clients, but I haven't really offered that to folks yet.
So
but it's nice to know that I've figured it out. So
what kind of creative adventures do you take it with your clients?
So I do a little bit of everything that I've done over my career. So content creation, event planning, community engagement, and really I throw in small business strategy. So really, as someone who's owned a small business for a long time, I know one of the things is that you can't know everything. I mean, it's impossible to, right?
You are correct.
So, just having someone that you can say, hey, here's a problem that I don't have time to figure it out for me. I'm happy to do that kind of stuff as well too. So
you're almost
it's
like a consultant.
In a way, absolutely, yeah.
Right.
So it's a little hard to define because I'm not trying to define it. I'm looking for, again, fun, ridiculous, or challenging things that I can do to help folks.
So if I'm a business owner and I've got some issues going on, and I can call you up and go, Scott, here, this is what I've gotten. This is where I'm experiencing. This is what I need help with. And you're actually broad enough to go, okay, well, let's tackle this one at a time. And we'll start here, we'll work on this, and then we'll work on that.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it. We'll go for lunch, get a coffee, get a beer, whatever, and brainstorm. And sometimes I'm happy just to give them some advice and let them take it.
Right.
And then other times they're like, okay, I like what you're saying, and let's figure out something to do.
So do you help with the branding and rebranding and all that kind
Absolutely.
of fun stuff?
I've helped with that stuff. I've helped with social media. I've helped take the ideas that we developed and then help market it as well too. So it's really been fun so far. Doing some stuff that I wouldn't set out to do, but that's what clients wanted, and I figured out a way to do it.
So now, do you use your app to bring customers in?
So one of the things that I learned from my last company was you use everything you have to promote everything else you have, right? So the app works both ways with this. So obviously my marketing clients, I use the app to promote them as much as I can. And then the same way using the app to bring new clients to me, it works both ways. So it's really kind of cool how you can just make that. It's kind of like a mini community where you just spin things around with what you have. So
now,
absolutely.
Are you working with people just in this area, or are you looking to?
Right now, it's just local here in Safety Harbor. I mean, I'm not opposed to working for or working with other folks, but again, I've been here 22 years. I'm very, very invested in this community. I know a lot of the business owners here, so when they are trying, when their customer base is Safety Harbor, I think I've got a real big edge on helping with that because I know that customer base better than maybe a customer base in San Francisco or something like that. But it all depends on the ideas and what they want to do. So yeah.
So but you'll venture out of Safety Harbor like Tampa. And
if someone calls me and wants to do something and they are ridiculous like I am or willing to be ridiculous like I am, absolutely, I have no problem.
You keep going that ridiculous. I'm starting to go. Okay.
Well, I mean, in all seriousness, I'm like there are a lot of industries where you can't be ridiculous, right? You know, my wife is in healthcare. You're very limited there. I mean, you had a segment today with financial, very limited in there.
Very.
So there's some things where that doesn't work. But it's interesting. I've brainstormed with some clients in some of those industries like that you didn't think you could be ridiculous. Right. It kind of gave them some ideas on how you can.
Right. Yeah.
And again, it's not for everybody. You know, not everybody is looking for that kind of that kind of humor, that kind of thought to attract those kind of customers. But if you are, that's what I do.
That's
what I want to do.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now, what? I mean, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
Yeah,
what did you do before?
Yeah. So I'm a career journalist. That's what I was doing even before college. My degree's in political.
Oh, so you are big content guy.
Exactly. I've always been into content in some form. It's interesting how content has changed over my life, right? So journalism for a long time. For the last 13, 14 years, I've owned a poker media company, which has been a blast. Travel the world doing it. We're getting ready to sell that now. So this is my third stage as well, too. But even my nonprofit work, and I'm a member of the Safety Harbor Public Library Foundation Board. Okay. I'm also on the board of the Whispering Souls African American Cemetery Restoration Project here. And I work for other nonprofits as well, too. And a lot of what I do with them is build events, fundraising and things like that. So really, this whole Quoz is just an accumulation of everything I've done for really 50 years now.
The only time I've ever heard Quoz was Quasimodo.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sitting there because I was looking through the list last night and I go, what? I've heard the word, and then I said it out loud, and my wife goes, yeah, Quasimodo. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that is it. And he was weird.
And one of the things that when I was looking for words to describe the company, again, I have a lot of friends that have done a lot of things, and one of the things is you want a word that stands out. I mean, it's one of those things when you watch commercials now, and all these companies have these really weird words, and sometimes they're made up, sometimes they're a word that you've drawn out of the past, like I did.
Right.
But one is a conversation starter, especially when you're working to get clients. But then two, you set yourself apart. I mean, you don't have to there's not.
No one is going to
14 AAA plumbing or AAA this, right?
They're not going to confuse you, with that name is. So, so how do people get a hold of? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Phone, email. If they download the app, one of the features of the app is you can set up a profile.
We didn't even talk. What does the app do?
Yeah, so the app is three primary things. It's news, it's things to do, and a city guide. So the news is news that either I write, which is mostly local government stuff, but really, as I mentioned, journalism has changed now. So it's aggregation is what people do now, because there's so many different articles from different sources. It takes you forever to find them all on your own. So that's what I do. Is I start every morning by looking for news articles from various sources and share them.
You're back into content writing. You're back in the newspaper again.
Yeah. And give full credit to the people that did it, but it's all in one app.
That's
for the
nice.
news.
You give the credit.
Yeah.
See, most people don't give credit. They just copy and paste and go, I wrote that.
Been in journalism a long time. I know you don't steal from people. So I'm just...
Especially digitally.
Exactly.
Because people can check that stuff real quick.
Absolutely. So I'm helping get people to those sources. And the other great thing, too, is there's so many people doing kind of the same articles now. And we're in this polarized world now, right, where you decide where you want to get your news from. So when you're aggregating, you can bring all those different voices together. So there might be a topic that 3 different sources wrote about. So now they're all in the app, and you can be exposed to all 3 if you want.
Wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, and then the events are events in town. It's a very easy app to use to find out what's going on tonight. Like if you want to know what bands are playing around town, you just go to the app and figure it out. And then a city guide, so there's all kinds of, there's listings for businesses, the government, places in town. So if you're new to town, it's a great resource to really quickly figure out and learn Safety Harbor. And if you've been here 20 years like I have, there's still stuff you don't know.
Right.
And now you can find it in the app.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Scott, thank you for being on.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, stick around because we're going to bring up the chamber. We're going to talk about what's going on in the chamber because they've always got something going on. We'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back. Hey, you know what? We have Annette with us. How you doing, young lady?
I'm doing well. How about you,
You were
John?
on vacation?
I was on vacation.
Good for you.
Yes, I went and toured the north, the colors, the fall colors.
Oh, yeah.
And I brought that cool weather back
You
with
did.
me.
Thank
Isn't
you
it
very
awesome?
much. I will thank you because I absolutely love it when it's like this.
We
So,
love the sweater weather.
so you guys busy?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about how busy you're because I know you're busy.
We are busy at the chamber. Things are hopping, a lot going on. Of course, Third Friday keeps us hopping all the time, let me tell you. And it's growing. Lots of music, lots of bands up and down Main Street. The pubs have them.
Oh.
And entertainment at the gazebo, another band at the gazebo, sometimes children's activities prior to the band playing.
Right.
Lots of happy people, vendors set up all the way down to 9th Street.
So I got to stop by for like 15 minutes.
Oh, you need longer than that.
I know, I do. And so I came in, I was in between shoots, right? So we came in, I got in, and I literally walked as far as I could walk. And I'm like, there's just that is literally, you will need every minute that you can get from the time it opens up to the time it closes to hit all the vendors and to listen to music and eat a little bit. Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes. The best is to walk from one end to the other, turn around and go back again because you've probably missed something or the band is playing something you missed.
Right. I have learned this, especially at yours, is where I work one side of the street going up and then I work the other side of the street coming down instead of trying to get both. Because you wind up with a headache and a neck strain because you're going like this all the time.
Sometimes the decision is which band do I listen to?
Right.
The one over on this block sounds really good, but so does this one.
Yep.
You don't want to stand in the middle and listen to both.
No.
So you do one and then the other. And yeah, the music is, there's so much, there's so many artists around, so many musicians in this area. It's incredible.
And you want to support every business out there.
Right,
But I just don't have a big enough truck. I'd have to get a bigger truck so I could have a little bit of everything from everybody. But it is, you have the selection you have on the music, on the food, and on the vendors is absolutely mind-blowing.
And the vendors are chamber members, and they've been on your show. You know, the lady that makes the soap making company in St. Pete, and
she's awesome. We were talking about her on the way here today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many of the members that, and
you gotta get the jams, people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, they plan to.
Well, good.
They will be set up. They will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I want to come here. Because I bought some stuff before they left, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get the apple butter.
Oh, I know. I heard the description of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, my mouth was watering.
Right? It's like, yeah. So now I'm hungry, and I'm trying to get through all these interviews really quick so I can go eat. And I ate this morning, which is crazy, but
it's time to eat again.
So what's going on? What you got going on there?
Well,
real quick?
I thought I'd talk a little bit about Brews and Bites. Every year we have a Brews and Bites. In the former days, it was Taste of Safety Harbor, and we've kind of moved on to do something a little different. And Brews and Bites at the Crooked Thumb. I don't know if you can see this on the film.
We filmed there.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, I recall.
That was a great place.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a great little brewery. There'll be about 8 to 10 restaurants. You pay a fee and you mingle and you try all the food from restaurants that are members of the chamber. And the benefits this year will go to benefit Hurricane Ian relief.
Good. It's a good cause.
A very
it's
good
always
cause.
a good cause.
It
but
is.
This is a very good cause.
It is. In the past, it's always benefited some nonprofit organizations, in the community. And we thought, this is the time to do something for the hurricane relief.
If once you walk around and eat all the food, can you go back and try it again?
Yes, you can. You can. Yeah. And then you've got beer at the Crooked Thumb and We'll probably have someone selling wine. Crooked Thumb sells wine as well. And it's a great place if you've not been. You know, that big backyard. It's I call it a backyard.
Yeah.
It's like someone's backyard, only
It
there's
is.
20 picnic tables back there. We dress them with,
backyard.
we dress them with tablecloths. We
Yep.
put lanterns and lights on them. And
now when is this going to
the
be?
food is inside, and this is Monday, November 7th, 6 to
Okay.
9 p.m. at the Crooked Thumb on 10th Street. So to make a reservation, buy a ticket, contact the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce. You can do it all online.
And so you don't have to make dinner.
Right, you don't have to make dinner.
That's one less dinner night you got to worry about making. Now you get to go
Yeah.
and just try a little bit of everything. Have a couple pints or 5 pints. I don't
Right.
judge you. Whatever you is, you do you, right? But-
Exactly, and all the food is really good. The restaurants are really good. But like any other event, when they're showcasing their restaurant, they serve their best. It's going to
Yes,
be really good
they
food.
bring the best.
Oh yeah, it'll be their best.
Anything else going on?
Well, that's the Brews and Bites. That's coming up third Friday.
Third Friday.
You know, that continues every month. This month there's Trick or Treat on Main, Main
boy.
Street
That's gonna be
on
fun.
Monday, October 31st. And that's a city event. However, we stay open. And this year, instead of handing out candy, we're going to hand out little containers of bubbles so the kids can blow bubbles. And we'll have bubbles.
What do you mean kids? Adults
Well,
can't
that's
come?
true.
I like dressing up.
I'm one of the biggest kids. I'll have a big bubble machine.
There you
We'll
go.
have bubbles going out the door.
That's
and
awesome.
It'll be fun. I can't wait. That's
Awesome.
fun. That's
Well,
fun.
Hey, thanks for a great lineup this month. This just absolutely phenomenal. There was not one person on the show today that I didn't learn something from and buy something from, or we're going to help out because they were really good. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
we
well,
love
thank
Safety
you.
Harbor. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching My Chamber TV. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys next week on My Chamber TV.
Thank you.